Alright guys, now I want to tear into the carburetor. This is a, what does it say on here? Rochester 2-jet carb. You've got a GM stamp on there. This is the carburetor off of the Dauntless V6. I have a carb kit here, a bunch of gaskets, needle and seat, who knows what else is in there. So we're going to videotape this because there's a lot of parts in here, and darn well I'm going to screw it up, put the wrong piece in the wrong spot. So let's get to it. I think we'll start by taking some of these linkages off, because once I take the screws off and I want to separate it, these linkages here are definitely going to get in my way. So we got one linkage coming off the throttle here, and we have one linkage here that goes in the choke butterfly. So the first one here has got a little clip on here. Just going to talk my way through this so I can kind of remember how it goes back together. There's a little, looks like a little notch in there. This is going to come back out through. You get it right. Hold your tongue the right way. There. You come right out. Okay, that's the one. How are you going to get this other one lined up in that groove? I'll never know. Well, I've got to take the screws off maybe to get that one off. So we'll start by taking this, looks like the filler tube to the float bowl off. Alright, seems alright in there. Now here's the spot where the choke cable would come through. Take that screw off. We'll take all the screws off the top. We'll see if they're the same length. We should go a clockwise direction. Alright, first one, right here on the top of the float bowl, is a longer one. This little tag here is in the middle of these three. That's still the same length as the other ones. That one's the same length. Okay, all but that top one here, we're all the same length. Oh, one more. There we go. Oh, she looks nice and dirty in there. All right. Put that to the side for a minute. So I found out that the one lever the first rod we took off that was connected to where the throttle linkage would be, also connects to this little pump. I'm thinking that's for yeah, something. All right. Here's the little pin. Take the float off. There's our needle right there. Bigger screwdriver. Okay, that was not severely, no. There's our seat. Okay. Our old gasket. Wonder if it'll come off. Huh. There you go. One gasket off in one piece. Well, that's cool. So that's the top part. Then we'll dive a little deeper into this bottom piece. See what we all got in here. That little plunger was in this little hole right here. There's a spring down in there. I don't know if that will come out or not. Yep, there we go. There's the little spring. What is this? Oh, it's a little ball down there. Okay, a little chick ball. In the very bottom of that cavity is this tiny little ball. Put that up there too. There's two little jets way down in there. 57s. See if we can get those out of there. There's one. the other one. And right down in the center of the float bowl, another little guy here. Should we clean that out? That goes with those three. It's all down in there. Okay, the center screw. Of course, little washer on there. Center screw was the longest one. Scratch that. Center screw was the shortest one. Those are on either side. That guy. Thought they would come out. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe not yet. So that looks all that we can take apart up top here. Let's flip her over and open up the bottom. Now I need a Phillips. Once again, float bowl facing me. Stood up here at the top corner. There's one screw in the middle. Looks to be only 3 screws. Okay. Lock washer on all 3. And here's a gasket, it's all broke. Okay, it looks like we've got 2 mixture screws here. Okay, so she came off this way with the lever on the left side. So now we want to count. We're going to turn these screws in and count how many times it takes to bring them in. So that's 1, 2, 3, Let's see this one. One, two, same, 2.5. Two and a half. Yeah, well, that's about all I can take apart there. Don't know what this little rubber hose is on here for. But we're going to take that off so we can get this all cleaned. Other half of that gasket. No other screws on the bottom there. I thought this piece would have come out after I took those 3 screws out. But I guess it does not. Oh, maybe it will. Ah, there's another gasket there. Okay. Yeah, this gasket's all going to come off. Alright guys, we're going to clean this all up. And we'll welcome you back when we put it all back together. Oh, should note there's a sleeve in here. There's 2 little sleeves in here. All full of holes. Guess we should take this plunger off. This little rubber guy here before I dunk him in some cleaner. So, another one of them little clippies. This one's in a whole lot better shape than the one on the other one. I don't know, should we take that set screw off and pull this lever out? Seems to work just fine. And we'll just leave it on there. Don't want this lever falling off in the wash tank. Gonna pop him off. Put him with that one. This guy, I don't know what his story is. He doesn't thread in or out. Oh, bet you he plunges on there. So that looks to be pressed in there good. So we're going to leave that in there. Throw this guy in the wash tank. Well, alright, we got all the parts cleaned out. We got the new gaskets, new needle and seat, a bunch of other new stuff. So let's see if we can get this big puzzle back together. Now, y'all remember how this whole thing went together, right? Or came apart, I should say. So, we're just going to start with the bottom, or with the float bowl here. start putting some of these pieces back in. Now I took her apart yesterday. And if you remember, it all came apart fairly easy. So there, we got the two jets in there, or whatever those were. Just going to buzz through this. Okay, that in there. What else is in here? We got this little screen. And this little tiny ball. Now, the new one came in the kit. Two different ones came in the kit. I think I'm just going to put the original one back in there. I don't know if that's the right same size or not. So we're just going to stick the original one back in. Stick that spring down in there. Alright. What was all in this guy? Oh yes. Two mixture screws. Yeah, let's bottom that out. So we'll give it one. Well, there, that one's in. And my other one. Stupid. Other one's in there already. Okay. Instructions say 2 full turns back. So we'll do that. So this is a little bit on an angle. That's 1, 2. 1, 2. See where that goes. Alright, there was nothing else in that one. What do I mean? Huh. I know what we're missing in this one. This big guy. Who's that over there? This big guy. Can't forget this one. And we got a new gasket for that. Put that on there. the original one was all destroyed, wasn't it? The original one came out in pieces, if I remember correctly. But I don't know if you can see. Right in here, there's two little dimples, or not dimples. There's two little pins sticking up. Right in there. Well, my gasket doesn't have those two little holes. If you take the gasket off, it's got a little groove here for those two little pins to sit in. The gasket on top, it doesn't. So I think we're going to try to do something to notch those out, so that sits nice and tight on there. I got two little holes in there now. Let's try this again. There. That fits better. Okay, I got one more bolt for the center. There was a little rubber on it. And this package over here has got a bunch of little rubbers in it, or gaskets, or with seals. So we're going to cut that open and see if I can find one that matches. This under here. That in there. Alright, that's in. Put a little plunger on here. Alright, well that took a little longer than I thought. Don't know if that's right or not, but we'll have to find out. She's flooding and fuel dumping everywhere. We gotta pull this apart and do some more tweaking on that carburetor, or that float bowl. So okay, we got the top put back together. Pretty sure we got all the parts put back together. We just got it bolted together now. I wonder what that little screen down there is for. How it's going to stay there. Okay. Let's put these two together, shall we? Okay, that took a little bit of wiggling. Got that on there. Drop all these screws in. This longer one was the one over here. Alright, now the bottom other part here. There we go. Oh, one more piece. One more piece, guys. There. There you go, guys. Carburetor is all rebuilt, all put back together. Another step closer to making this old girl fire back up again. Alright, till next time, I'm Big Red.